Imagine being European champion twice by 21. You score the only goal for your country in your first ever World Cup. And instead of having you on their shoulders, your whole country turns against you. Joao Neves was born in Tavira, a small coastal town in the Algarve, in September of 2004. His father, a former footballer turned policeman, is his first coach at the local club. His mother, Sara, a PE teacher, pushes him to stay disciplined in football, but more importantly, in life. He stands at 1 meter and 74, 5'8", a boy who is measured by everything except for his talent. Joao was the rejected kid that could not grow taller, but he mastered the art of reading the game before the ball even arrived at his feet. At just 8 years old, he leaves home, and at 11, he leaves the Algarve entirely for Benfica's academy in Lisbon. A child chasing a dream in a city that isn't his. And no matter how many things were different in Joao's life, one ritual never changed. Because after every single match, regardless of the result, in every city he's dragged into by his own talent, he calls his mother. The world for Joao was spinning faster and faster every year, but she was the one that never moved. The one fixed star in a life that was moving too fast. And then, when Joao was 19, came February of 2024. Sara, Joao's mother, is sick. She has been diagnosed with cancer, and on the 7th of February, she would go to sleep and never wake up. Joao Neves, as an only child that has just lost his biggest pillar in life, is broken. In the first game after her passing, Joao knew that he could still make the call. The phone would still ring, but nobody would be on the other end to answer it. Days later, he starts in a Europa League knockout tie for Benfica. He plays through grief no 19-year-old should carry. And at the final whistle, he breaks down. Players from both teams walking over to hold him up, because some weight you cannot stand under alone. Months later, he moves to Paris for 60 million euros, a new country and a language he does not speak. In the same year, the night everything he promised arrives. Paris qualify for the 2025 Champions League final against Inter. PSG don't win. They destroy the Italians 5-0. And there, in the centre of it all, the smallest boy from Tavira wearing number 87, number he's kept since winning the youth leagues, lifting the biggest trophy the world has to offer. Joao Pedro González Neves is European champion at just 20 years old. He weeps on the pitch because he's done exactly what he swore he would to the human he loved the most. The only person he wanted to call that night was no longer there to pick up. The year after, Joao Neves would go on to win the Champions League again, this time with a commanding role in the midfield, becoming the 4th youngest player to ever win 2 European titles. And now, Portugal waits for him at the World Cup, the same country that once doubted the smallest kid in the room, now asking him to carry it. Joao scores in the opening game, points to the sky, and dedicates it to the only woman that ever wanted to see it. But after being on top of the world, he gives an interview claiming Ronaldo is just another player in that squad. His entire country turns against him, the doors of hate open, but Portugal forget that below a badge, there is also a beating heart. But Joao Neves cannot hear any of it, because the only voice he ever needed to hear on the other end of the phone is the one sound the world can never give him back. If you enjoyed this story and want more like this one, please make sure you're following.